to be honest with you, I applied to more than 30 different colleges around the world, including Korea, China, US, Australia, Canada. And I fully committed to MCPHS after I took a virtual tour through the admissions office. They were able to elaborate on a lot of hands-on experience that students can gain through this college, along with the healthcare focus. That's what really drew me to the college experience at MCPHS. And I also really like that I really like the fact that MCPHS is located right in the middle of the Longwood medical and academic area. I knew for a fact that people from all over the world came to Boston, especially this medical area, for healthcare. So I wanted to be a part of that vibrant community to really contribute and become a positive addition to the community. Initially, when I came to MCPHS, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with life. I knew I wanted to do something along the lines of healthcare. That's why I chose MCPHS University. I thought, okay, I'll start with this, but if this is not for me, I'll just switch to a different major or anything like that. I chose public health because I was very ambitious. Public health allows you to target a large population rather than focusing on individualized care. So I thought, okay, all the choices and policies that I come up with has the power to impact multiple people at once. So I was, in a way, very ambitious about it. I am still a public health major. I have a double minor in pre-med and biology. The reason why I declared those minors was because in my first year and second year, I took Bio 101 and the microbiology. Those courses informed me that I do have the attributes needed to become a biologist, whether it be in the academia or industry. I knew that I had the skills needed, the detail-oriented mindset that allows me to become a great microbiologist or a biologist. So that's why I declared a minor in biology. I was able to take more courses focused on biology specifically with that minor. And also as for the pre-med minor, I declared a minor in that because I wanted to take all the prerequisite courses needed in order to matriculate at a medical school. So being a public health major, along with a pre-med minor and a biology minor, I can use the fundamental scientific knowledge in biology in order to provide the best informed care for patients. That's what I really like about being at a healthcare focused school. Another thing I want to mention is that I used to be very focused on becoming a doctor. I thought I want to be a doctor, but I wasn't sure what kind of attributes or what kind of skills that I would need. Here, I was able to learn a lot because all of our scientific courses are geared towards healthcare. So for example, in chemistry, instead of just focusing on like chemical molecules, the structures and all of that, the professors allow you to contextualize that information, that knowledge in a healthcare setting. So for example, they take drug molecules, for example, to elaborate on why learning about this knowledge specifically is applicable to the field, how you will be able to apply these knowledge to what you will be doing in the field as a healthcare professional. So that's what I really like. Being a public health major allows me to, learn more about epidemiology, biostatistics, infectious disease epidemiology, global health. So with all these courses that I've been taking in my past 3 years, I was able to narrow down my interest. So I have finalized my career goals to become a physician with a degree in public health because I thought prescribing medication or conducting surgical interventions, there's no point in doing those if the patient falls back into the same life patterns, safe lifestyle, same food choices. So I want to focus on being able to provide precise precision medicine along with preventive medicine so that I can prevent some health issues from relapsing and recurring to the patients. So living in the time of the pandemic, COVID has been around for the past 2 years, which is almost 3 years actually, very miserable, right? So living in the time of the pandemic, you might have sparked more interest in maybe surveillance of infectious disease, maybe epidemiology, contact tracing, understanding health policies, and how to implement public health interventions in a timely manner in order to provide the most appropriate and effective plans possible to respond to a public health threat. If you were able to spark those interests living in this time, public health is for you. If you're interested in learning more about biostatistics, epidemiology, global health, environment, and public health, then this major is also for you. If you are ambitious like me, looking to target multiple people, especially a population, then this course is also for you. So we do have a lot of activities engraved in the courses where you will identify a specific population, identify any sort of health problems that the community is facing, and then generating a possible public health intervention or coming up with a health policy that will effectively target the characteristics of the specific population of your choice. So through those activities, that really informs you about how you can contribute to the population health. If those sound like interesting opportunities for you, I would say public health is definitely for you. I would say time management, self-management, and being able to be proactive. So there are a lot of opportunities lying around, but if you don't reach out for them, you won't get it. You have to be proactive. You have to reach out to the professors yourself. Don't expect opportunities to fall right in front of you, but know that they're there for you. So I would do a lot of research about what kind of opportunities there are available, such as like laboratory experience. You could work as a CNA if you would like. If you could work as a medical assistant in the hospital areas. Being able to continuously strive for perfection, even if you know that you're not there to start with, admitting that you will not be perfect from the beginning, but continuing towards that goal I want to say, is a big attribute that a lot of strong students have here at MCPHS. I don't really know what the curriculum is like for other colleges, but what I really like is that we have two different courses. One is data collection and management, and the other one is intro to SAS programming. Both of these courses are they both focus on data analysis specifically. So in my second year, no, actually third year, when I took the data collection course, I learned how to use the software R to do some data analysis, some basic, understanding, like coming up with the average, computing the statistical, different analysis, like plotting the graphs and things like that. So I learned how to code, and I did not expect to learn that in college. And it has a lot of efficacy, and I still use that software in the lab as I, compute statistical evaluation or analysis for the research and the data that I gather in an experimental setting. And then the course that I'm taking right now, Intro to SAS Programming, we utilize a software called SAS, like SAS. It's called Statistical Analysis Software, like literally. So that has been really helpful in helping me, like drawing a table, for example, to present the research in a way that's most, understandable to general audience. So I think it's all about communication, and that these courses have been helpful in helping me communicate what I want to communicate in the most effective way possible to the target audience. Center for Academic Success has something called the MAC team. They have the faculty mentor and the academic coach. Academic coaches can allow you to learn a little bit more about learning strategies, for example, how to take good notes, how to manage your time properly along that lines. And faculty mentors are really good at understanding your curriculum. These are the people who are, supervisors of the program that you're interested in. So they are there for you. And even if you feel that you are really successful in courses, they challenge you to become a better version of yourself. That's what I really like about the small college size. I knew I liked the individualized attention. The professors know you. So if you have any questions, they have office hours. You can just feel free to reach out to them too, and that really helps. For me, in my first year, I had a chance to work very close with Dr. Griffin, and she put me in touch with this organization called Elderly Healthcare Disparities Coalition, which focuses on the health of older people, how we fail to acknowledge the presence of the older population in our community. What we can do as a generation in between the older population and the newborns to really reduce the gap in knowledge about how we can approach the health of the older population in the aging society. So those were the experiences that I was able to gain through a close relationship with the professors here, who also have a lot of connections in the area.